guess over close to 30 years that Kay and I have been married, the restless leg syndrome has really controlled her life as to what she can do. We never travel late in the evening. We don't go to movies because her legs have caused so much problem. Um, we don't take car trips for long distances because her legs start acting up in the cars. When she initially started taking the Requip, it was helpful because at least she could get some sleep and be comfortable in the evening. But the side effects um, are quite severe, and she gets kind of foggy headed in the evening after she takes the Requip. She kind of sets it so she goes to bed at a certain time, a certain amount of time after she takes the Requip. If she goes to bed too early, her legs bother her.
Hmm.
If she goes to bed too late, she's physically ill. Um, but at least the Requip initially seemed to be uh, solving the problem that she could function. Um, Over the last few years, though, her symptoms have increased. Every evening, it's almost like she can't wait to take the Requip to get past the symptoms. And but the problem is the symptoms are more and more severe every night. And after she takes the Requip in the morning, she's foggy, and that seems to be more in the last few years that's been a problem. If she for some reason has to get up early and drive, it's probably not safe for her to drive. Um, so when we looked up the John Hopkins program and saw the success rate they have, we were very excited about that, but we were thinking the success was due more to the iron infusions that she'd be getting. And when we got up there and talked to the physician, it, we were almost ecstatic to be there to think, well, maybe there's finally an end to this
Yeah.
suffering that she's had all these years. And I realize a lot of people have a restless leg and they kind of dismiss her a little bit. They say, oh, take a hot bath or do this or do that, but they don't understand how this has really controlled her life. And she has an extremely severe case of it. And I don't know if it gets much worse than what she has, but it's certainly been very debilitating for her. So when we got up there and we met with the physician, we were very excited and that he could possibly help her. What we didn't realize was that the disease has increased not because it just progresses, but possibly because of the augmentation that occurred taking the Requip. Um, and which at the time didn't seem so bad because, well, you quit taking the Requip. But then we found out that it would actually be only almost like going through withdrawal to get off the Requip. And certainly the last few days we've seen, almost a giddiness the first day because she was up all night. And then last night she crashed, and it's very apparent that from a few conversations we've had today, she's been extremely uncomfortable and groggy. But if she can have 25 days of grogginess, maybe it's not so bad. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes.
So, how would you describe, you know, being in the same bed with somebody that has such a severe case of restless leg?
Well, early on, before she was really being treated for it, she would go to bed, kick for about an hour, and either fall asleep or often just get up and walk around till she could fall asleep. And we really haven't seen that. When she went on medication on the Requip initially, that did go away. Certainly, we're starting to see more of it now that she's off it. So we'll have to see where that goes.
Okay, and now that she's off it, has there been any change as far as the kicking is concerned? Has it come back? Is it worse? Is it...
Well, she really hasn't slept until last night. So she tried to get in bed the other night, and after about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, she just started kicking like crazy and had to get up. Last night, I went to bed earlier, and she eventually crashed and went into a different bedroom. I'm sure she doesn't want to keep me up at night.